Good afternoon, everyone. Margaret Brown, CEO and founder of SocializeLA.com. Super excited to be here with you. I always say that because I am excited to be here with you. Going live is not for the faint at heart, and it is a great way to communicate. I highly recommend it to my students and clients, and it does make an impact. And so I am excited to be here with you. And today we are talking about the Flex Your Influence digital spring cleaning. And we are on part 3. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the link of this post, you'll see a link to the spring cleaning guide. And there you can download your guide, and you will be sent also the first 2 videos. We keep them short, but it's me kind of going over what the spring cleaning is. And so this is just a really great time of year to designate as the time to go through your marketing and your business and your digital activities to see what needs to be spruced up. And so I was actually just on the phone with a client earlier this morning, and we were going through social media profiles and do we need to update it? Do we need to update calls to action? What needs to be refreshed? And so it's a great time of year to do that. And so we are approaching spring. We're not quite there yet. So we are ahead of the game. And I like being ahead of the game. And as long as you follow me, I will help you to be ahead of the game as well. So here we are. This is section 3 on the spring cleaning checklist. So again, if you go to the link, you will see that. Hello from San Diego. Hi, I love San Diego. And yes, you will get the guide and you'll be able to go through it. Okay, so help yourself. So this week we are talking about oh, Margaret. I brought up the wrong one. This was last week's. And so we are going to pause something really quickly here. Let me just tell you that I took a few days off. And so although I am super happy to be back to work, I love my job. I definitely needed to get this set up before going live. And so I do apologize for that, but we will get that up and running. In the meantime, I will tell you some things that we have coming up on our event. So if you go to socializela.com/events, you will find our event calendar. And so the event calendar was actually something that I've been wanting for a really long time. And it just, it was just one thing that we always wanted to have. And not only to talk about events happening here at Socialize LA, but also a place where we can tell you all about upcoming events, of organizations that we are a part of and events that we are speaking at and participating at. And so now that is up. And so you have that. And I'm all about quality events. So anything you see on there is something that I would attend myself. So that's you can rest assured that it'll be some quality content. What else is happening here at Socialize LA? We are, of course, always actively moving forward in everything, all things digital. And so we are participating in the upcoming social media world and the Ad Week conference. And so these are all things that we do so that way we stay on the front, the front lines of digital marketing. And so all of that is just part of who we are and how we stay relevant. So this is so funny is that everything I'm doing is bringing me to the wrong. So here we are. This is what I will do. Jeez. Sorry about this, everyone. Technical difficulties. But, I think it's important, though, that you see that technical difficulties can happen even when you are, you're immersed in this, and it's really not that big of a deal. Okay. So, yes, we don't want to make mistakes. Yes, we want to be, number one. But things happen. So don't sweat it. Because in just a minute, we are going to talk about the internal processes of your marketing and your business. And it's the third section of the spring cleaning. And I am going to walk you through it very quickly, but efficiently. And I believe I found it. Oh my gosh. So StreamYard's awesome. And as you know, I am super open when it comes to the tools I use and why I use them. And so, oh my gosh, this is a comedy of errors. Wow. Is this what happens when I take a vacation? Oh my gosh. So I know you can hear me. You just can't see me yet. I'm still here. 1 second. This is great. Okay, so in just a second, we are going to go through internal processes of your marketing and your business. And if we can't laugh at ourselves, then who can we laugh at, right? There we are. Okay. So after 6 tries, we got it. So looking at the spring cleaning guide, we are on section number 3, and we're going to review internal processes. So in this section, I want you to do an honest review of your marketing. Do an honest review. Sit back. Don't do don't have anything with you. Don't even write anything down. Just sit there and think, how am I doing at marketing my company? Am I staying top of mind? Am I a thought leader? Do people see me as a thought leader? I was speaking to a prospect today, and he said, Margaret, we have been in business for 20 years, and our social media and our online presence does not showcase the authority we have in this industry. And I got excited, obviously, because I know that can be changed. I know that with just some change in marketing tactics and being consistent, we can change that in a minute. But he was, he's very concerned with it. And of course he is. And so, but he's right in knowing that needs to change. It needs to be different in his business because his online presence does not show that he has a 20-year experience. And so do an honest review. Like, where are you? Where are you? Don't even think of what do I need to do? What's my next step? Because you might not be there yet. You may just need to come to terms with, okay, something needs to give. Do an honest review. Number 2, in section 1, 2 weeks ago, we talked about your mindset. And so mindset for me is really like the space around me. Where do I congregate? Where do I work? What lifts me up? So as you can see, I am in a work environment. I have an office. I spend a lot of time by the ocean because I need that to motivate me. I like that to be motivated. And so my workplace, work, PLAYCE, varies, but at the same time, I always give myself that edge. I give myself great work environments so that way I am playful and I'm ready to create and I'm ready to, be all the marketer that I need to be. And so for you, that may need to be something that you look at as well. Your workplace is very important. And thinking about your staff. So if you have a staff, they also need to be uplifted. So if you have them in a cubicle or they're working from home, like, you need to check in on them. Like, I am not a authority on remote work and how to motivate employees remote work, who are remote working, but I do know a little something about remote work, and you need to check in on your employees to make sure that they are feeling, they've got what they need, because if they're working from home, there's some little elements at home that you can make your workplace as well. Have all your favorite drinks, all your favorite teas and snacks. And so take a look at that. Take a look at your internal processes. Does your space uplift you? Okay. Number 3, how are you on your time management? Block scheduling is huge. And I put block scheduling. I could have probably put time management on this list, but I like to block schedule. And what that means is I block time on my calendar for the 5 areas of my business. That's client work, the Flex Your Influence community, sales and marketing, admin, and then education. So those are the areas, and admin is operations, excuse me. And so then I block time on my calendar, so that way I am making sure that all of those areas are getting their due time. And that way I am getting to all the things that need to be done under those umbrellas, whether it's managing the team or actually doing tasks and projects. But how are you on your time management? Is it time to say, okay, I need to focus more on marketing. I'm only doing marketing, when I feel like it, when I get the when the mood strikes, I write a blog. Can't work that way. It's not going to yield the results that you're looking for if it's not super intentional and consistent. Okay. Team roles. How are your team roles going? Are you check in on your team, but not only check in on your team, check in on what they're doing, what they were hired for, and what they're doing. A lot of times in my business, I meet with business owners and their team members, and the team member was hired on to do social media and then now does a million other things. And social media is kind of like something that gets done when she has a minute or he has a minute. And it's easy to fall into that trap. Is that where you are? And is it time to circle back and get realigned with what team roles are? Is it time to hire someone? Is it time to hire a CFO? Is it time to hire a CMO? What does that look like in your business? Who's making all the decisions? If the CEO or the business owner has to be a part of every single element of the business, it's probably time to bring on some help. Because as the business owner, you and I cannot be doing everything if we want our company to grow. There's just no way. So we have to invest some way or another. Last, content themes. So if you've ever followed me or you participate in any of our programs, content themes are really important. And what that is every month, give your month a name, a content. So for February, it's all about planning. And so the blogs we're writing, the Facebook Lives I'm doing will revolve around planning. And your theme can be internal. You don't have to tell everyone what your theme is, but it basically helps to give you a guideline, because as the expert in your field, if you're an expert plumber and I give you a theme within plumbing, you could probably talk about it all day long, right? And so the idea is to help you navigate what you're going to say on a monthly basis according to your theme. And that way you're making the most of your time. Because as you know, I work with people who need to make the most of their time and their resources. And so it's all about creating these hacks, these marketing hacks, to make sure that you're doing just that. So this is the Flex Your Influence Digital Spring Cleaning, and I will see you next week. Let me know if you have any questions.